Hello guys, Frontier Mensa here, and today I would like to take you through the basics of editing using Premiere Pro. Let's open our Premiere Pro, PR, that's the logo, Adobe Premiere Pro. It will take a while, but it's gonna come. Okay, so this section shows the old projects you've done. You know, this is like the history of the old projects you've done, but we are going to create a new project at the top left corner over here. Okay, so over here you type the top left corner again, you type the name of your project if it's written over the name of your project. So I'll go with basics of editing. Is that correct? I think so. Is it? Yeah, it is. Then you click on create at the button. I've done it before. Replace, yes, replace it. Okay, so when you open Premiere Pro, this is what you see. A few spaces, empty spaces here, but as time goes on, I'll take you through what everything does. Okay, so if you're not seeing your interface like this, you go to Windows, Workspace. I'm using the effects workspace, and you click effects so that you get it like mine, but there are various stuff like for color, for production, for other stuff, many other stuff. So in case you still don't see it like how I'm seeing mine, you can just go down here and go to reset to saved layout, so to take it to the defaults, because we can customize our interface. Okay, so the first thing, the basics, as I said, so we'll import a footage, we'll try to cut it, we'll add transitions, we'll add text, we'll add color, we'll add sound, then we'll export. I mean, that's what I want to teach you today. If anything comes up, I'll address it. Okay, so to import a footage, you just go to file, then you go down here, import, then you select the location of your files. So over here I have one video and one audio. I just select it all, then I'll go open. So this is the first thing. So you see down here at the left, down left here, so this box here is to show all the footages you import. That's in the effects panel. Don't get twisted. Sometimes can be at the top right. It depends on the panel you're in. So depends on the workspace you're in. So here mine, it's on effect. With effects, it comes to the bottom left corner. Okay, so to preview what is here, you double click on it, then it comes here. So yeah, I have a video of one of my short movies. I can scrap through it. See, I can scrap through it toward the video. This is just to see the part you want. Okay, then the same for the audio too. Yes, you can play it. Yes, you can. Yeah, that's my audio. So let's say I want a particular part of the video. That's it with editing. So with importing. So I want a particular part of the video, or all the video. If I want all the video, I'll just come here, drag it, and put it inside. That's if I want all the video. And this what the new window that just popped up is the active like window. That's what is actually, that's what you are really editing. You know, that's the main thing. So that's the program window, and this is the source window. So I'm deleting it. I want to try something else. Okay, so if you want only the video, you select here. If you want only the audio, you select here. If you want the whole thing, you click and drag, just as I did. Okay, so I dragged it into the timeline. So this is the timeline. That's the last window in the effects. No, it's not the last, but that's also another effect I'm introducing you to, the timeline. So you can also, this is what is really edited. This is where the final thing happens. Okay, good. So now That's all about importing. Now we go to cutting. Over here you see all the tools. This is the selection tool, this is the cut tool, this is the pen tool, the shape, the hand. It's written in the text, yes. So I'll take you through all those tools, but for today I like to keep things. Today we'll be using the text tool, we'll be using the cut tool, we'll be using the selection tool. That's what we've been using till now. So cutting. So if you want to cut, you just select here razor tool, you click on it, it looks like a blade, you click on it, then you cut. So you can see the white highlights around this video down here. When I cut, you see that it's separate. Can you see it, the cut? So look, I can just remove this piece, I can just click on this piece and remove it and put it somewhere here, Control Z to undo. Can you see the cut? Control Z, I'm adding it back. So this is without the cut. When I click it, I can move it. I move the whole thing. But when I cut, select the cut. When I cut and I use the selection, it takes only a part I have cut out. That's all about the cutting. Just that's the way to remove the parts you don't want. So let's see, I don't want. Let's see what I don't want here. So let's play. Okay, I wanted to start from where her head is on her hand. Over here, her head wasn't on her hand, so I want to cut from here. So this blue thing I'm moving is the marker. The marker, it shows, that's what shows what you are seeing in your program's monitor. So I'm pushing it to where I want to cut, which was where she put her head on her hand. So here, then I select my cut tool. Shortcut for cut tool is C. The razor, that's why I call it cut, because it's the shortcut is C, but it's actually the razor tool. So I click on where the marker is. So right now it has cut only the video. The audio is also here. The top layer is for the video sections and the down layer is for the audio sections. You can see it with the waveforms. So this line here separates the top, which is the video, and the down, which is the audio. The same here, AAA, audio, video. But you notice when I cut, it just cuts the video, it didn't cut the audio. So I can just come here and cut the audio too. In case you want to do all the cutting together, you select this tool, the link selection tool. It links the tools together. So you select it, it's blue, it's selected. So when I move my marker to where I want it, which is her head on her hand, and I select the cut tool, I just click on it. Then you see that it selects both the top and down. Then I can press delete on my keyboard to delete it. So this space here is a ripple. So to delete it, I'll just click the space there. Because if we are to export this timeline, the first space here will be black, and it's going to export it for us. So I want to move it to the start so that we don't export any black thing. So the ripple, you click here and press delete, or you click here, you right click, ripple delete. Okay, so we want it to start from here and we want it to end here, 10 seconds. The timer is also here, 10 seconds. So I just select my cut tool, cut, and that's it. Okay, so now the next thing we'll move on to is transitions. Adding transitions, which brings us to, I think, the last part one panel I'd like to talk about here. Here, this panel. So this way we can add our transitions, our effects, do some color, we see our markers. We'll talk about all that later. Graphics, essential graphics, which is basically like text, Yeah, so transitions. So to add a transition, you come here, video transitions. Let's say I want to fade to black. We'll talk about transitions in depth. So fade to black is like ending on a dark note. So let's just add it and see. We just come here, let's say film dissolve, you click on it, you drag it to the start or end of a video or a cut. So maybe a cut in between this place, I can add a transition. But if I had not cut over there, it would be very impossible to add a transition. So look, so after I add a transition, look at how it goes. So the transition is here. Did you see that? Yes, because I cut in between. But without the cut, there would be nowhere to put the transition. But in this case, I don't need the cut over there. I just need the transition at the end. So look at how it ends the transition. Yes, that's what I wanted. So to increase the duration of the transition, you come here. When this sign comes, you come here on the transition. When this sign comes on the transition, this sign, you click and you drag. It shows the duration of the transition. So more time, yes, for it to dissolve. That reminds me, when I did this for the transition, this is also to like, it's kind of like cutting. When I push it in, it cuts the remaining clip, you know, it doesn't end at where it originally ended. So that's also a way to not cut, but you can adjust the videos in that manner. So that's how to add transitions. So this is how to add transitions. There are a lot. You can even come to the iris. There are a lot of transitions to play around. I think you have to go through most of them. So look at it. This is the iris. Yep, there are a lot of nicer ones. I wouldn't use this one. So in this case, I'll just be using the film dissolve. That's kind of it for adding transitions. You know, so you can add your videos. Let's say you add one, you do a video like this, then you come and put another video here. So you see it dips, it dissolves, then it will go to the next video. You understand? Yeah, it's as simple as that. As you saw, anything you want, you can just drag here and come and just put it here, then you are continuing. So the next thing we are doing is color. No, let's deal with text first. So with text is also very simple. It's, you know, where I showed you where the tool is. So text. So when you click on T for text, you can just come and write here. You can just put it here. Watch. Click. Then you type. Okay. So yeah. So this is just how to add text. As simple as that. I clicked, I put it there, but there's more things you can do with it. So when you come down here, let's close this video transition. Essential graphics, I spoke about it. So you see the text is showing you. So over here you can control certain things about the text, like here the position, here, left or right, up or down, up or down. Just click and drag up and down. The scale, how big you want it. Yeah. And rotation. My anchor point is not correct, that's why we'll deal with that later. Okay, so let's say we want our text here. So that's one place to check for to adjust your text. And this is another place, effects control, come here. Yes, then you can also do it. You can even, so this panel also can move. So from here, which is the source, you can also go to effects controls, lumetri scopes, which is for color. I'll come to that. So effects controls, you have to select it. So the effects controls, yes, you can change the font, you know, you can make it bold, italic, anything. You can center it, yes, like normal Word, the way it happens in Word. You can change color. So this effect controls is basically for anything. Since we are in effect controls, let me show you. When I even select the video, I come to effect controls. We have the main things we have here is motion, which controls the position and scale and rotation, and the opacity, which opacity is. So yeah, and the blending modes. I'll target blending modes soon. So the motion, the same thing. You can move it left or right. You can even animate it, a whole lot of stuff. Scaling, you can scale it in and out, you know, a whole lot. Opacity, you know. So if I put a video under it, you see the video under it. Yes, you can control the percent of opacity. So yeah, text. So let's say I want to start with the text. So I push the text here. You see, as I said, you can move it. You set the duration. I push this a bit here, then I drag this in front so that the text comes before basics of editing. Then this comes. So let's say I want the text to be in the center. You can push it to the center. You can scale it a bit. See? So let's see. I want to start. I can basics of editing. But what would be nice is to add a transition. You see, it was so sharp. So I can come and add my scene film dissolve to the text. Basis of transition dims, then this. I can even add it to the video too, so that it's even smoother. The start of the video. You see that? So look. Yeah. So you can see the text is on the top layer, the audio is on the down layer. You can use it to arrange your stuff, but you can also just maintain them on the same layer. Yes. So that's it for text. So color. So in this footage, this was shot with a Blackmagic 6K Pro, and this, as you can see, it's like it's let me see, pale. It's pale, but that's what we call log. It's shooting in log. It's pale. You're not really getting the colors. So I can just add a conversion light for it so that we get the real colors. It's shot in log because when it's shot in log, you can control the colors more. You have more control of the colors. You can really color grade and color correct your footage as well. But we'll be in another tutorial. So to change control color for this, you come here, which is the lumetri color. That's one of the main things that control color in Premiere Pro. You see it's grayed out, so what you have to do is select the video, then yes, ta-da. So here I'll input what will make it look like a normal camera. It's called conversion light. So let me just add that quickly. Okay, so with the color correction, there's color correction and color grading with the color. So what I'll be targeting today is color correction. Color correction is just like checking the exposure, whether it's too bright, too dark, you know, that kind of stuff, to match what you actually shot, where color grading is making it look artistic, like adding colors to pop, that kind of stuff. But today we'll be I'll really go in depth on that, but today let's just focus on color correction. So with color correction, I just changed some simple sliders. So the video that you want selected, contrast, I can just add a bit of contrast, let's say 40, highlights, reduce it a bit, shadows, add more contrast, so kind of this I don't really do much here. So this is for the color correction, so like this to like this, that kind of stuff. So color, so if the day will be going in depth in color, you see the other sliders like the creatives, curves, color wheel, HSL, secondary. This helps you do various stuff to be able to target only the skin, to be able to target only a particular color. Let me show you what I mean. So like these shadows, this creative part helps you. You can either select a lot that you've downloaded online to apply it for you, or let me remove it. You can just do your stuff manually. So example, you can add a bit of sharpening, a bit of vibrance to make the necessary parts pop. Difference between vibrance and saturation, we'll talk about that. The shadows, this targeting only the shadows. You see color only the shadows. It's also color only the highlights, that kind of thing. The curves does a lot. It's also, so this is more like color grading. I still will not go into it, but you see it does different stuff. You can select a particular part you want, like let's say you can select a particular part. Let's say you want to select this green over here. You can change the color. Can you see? This one controls like the skin. You can not the skin, sorry, you can select any color to like the skin, anything, an object, the same color. Then the last slider, can add this vignettes, customize it to your liking. So that's it on liking, on color. Sorry. So sound, to add sound, you just come here, the sound I imported earlier, you drag it down to the sound aspect. I can't drag it here, to the sound aspect. Then you see that when I play, the sound will be added. Can you see? So the sound is still playing. Use our cut tool, cut where the video ends, select this side, V for the selection tool, shortcut, then you delete. C for cut, V for selection. One thing about Premiere Pro, you always have to be saving. You don't know when ECG will take their lights. So that's it for the basics. So this is what we have. That's what we have. So in order, there are some things I didn't show you about the timeline. So the timeline, if you want to zoom, you press the plus sign on the keyboard, zoom in or out. Yes, that's it for the. If you want to make this big, you can just control the tidal key or tide or something key, the one under the escape. You press it, it makes it big. If you want to move it, you press it again. If you want to make it even bigger, like full screen, you press Control and that key. You see? Just to preview. If you want to get out of it, you press Escape. So That's it. So now exporting, you see this blue highlights, like this blue stuff. We'll have to click it for the timeline. Then we can press Ctrl M, or press here export, or you can go to file and export, then media. Yep. Or you can just go export. So yeah, so here you select the name of file, the name of the file. I don't know what I'll go for. 101. That's not 101. This is 101. 101. Nope, that's not 101. 101. Then yeah, you click here to select the destination. Mine is documents, tutorials. I'll save mine here. So the normal videos we watch is MP4. The normal videos we watch is MP4. So this H.264 is MP4 over here. For some reason they don't write MP4. I have to look into it. While it's H.264. So yeah, it's if you want to render only the audio, you come here MP3. So now go to this side and select the resolution you shot with. So I shot this in 4K, I guess. So I'll come here and select 4K. Yes, not this 4K, this 4K. You see that I have my full this thing. But you can also shoot in HD and still select 4K. Then you press match source. You see the blacks on top. You press match source so that it matches with, it scales your distance up so that that black doesn't come. So this is it. Scrubbing through what I'm about to edit. Export. Yes, so this is it. So after this, you write the name, select the location, the presets. There are even more presets for YouTube. You see, you can see some here: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, anyhow. But yeah, so that's how you export. Then you go to export. So it loads for a while. So after loading, you just go to the file where you saved your file, and mine was in documents. So like editing with Premiere Pro, not only Premiere Pro, it's simple. Like for the basics, it's very simple, nothing complex, you know. Some normal TikTok video or anything, it's very simple, and it applies in CapCut. What I'm showing you, the same thing in CapCut, the same thing in DaVinci Resolve, the same thing in Filmora, you know, a whole lot. So my render is done. I open my window, so I go to document, my tools. You see that my file is there live and colored. See? Oh, she was going with a bit. Okay. So yeah, so that's it for today. We'll do more in the next tutorial. I hope this is helpful to you. Catch you again. Rontel Mensah from Rocket Media. Bye.